Hello, my dear sisters. Today is 12th of August. Here in Oslo, they say it's already autumn, although today we really had a very beautiful summer day with the hot weather. And in our series of interviews from the Time of the Feminine project, I am introducing you a very dear sister from Romania, Romania being my native country, Cristina Alexandra. Welcome and thank you for joining us in this project. I'm
Hi, hello.
very honored and happy to have you with us. And I would like to give her the floor to speak a little bit about herself and her work, please.
Hello, my dear sisters. Hello, my dear Irini. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very glad and I'm very honored to be here and to speak about myself and to speak for our sisters, for women. I'm psychotherapist in Romania. In my town my place is Tulcea, and I am trained in person-centered psychotherapy and transpersonal psychotherapy. I'm working with breathwork, with holotropic breathwork, and I'm working with clients at my office. I'm working with groups. I'm organizing groups of holotropic breathwork, and from 2 months I'm part of movement, international movement of medicine woman. And yes, and it's very nice. We are working with 4 elements, and we're taking our medicina from every element, and now I'm water woman there. I'm the center of our mandala, and I'm very happy to do all these things. My life is changing a lot day by day. I don't know how to say. I am growing, and I'm in every day, in every hour, and I'm very happy to observe this, to feel this process, and I love women, I love myself, I love people, and I discovered my mission now. I'm 51 and I have 3 kids, 2 boys and 1 girl, 27, 22 the boys, and the girl have 14, almost 14 in December. And I'm divorcing, and I do things like teenage. Now I recover myself from so many years that I had a lot of experiences, good or bad, but it was my life. It was like a school, like a training, a very good training. And I was like I don't know how to say carbone, charcoal.
Charcoal, yeah.
Yes. And now I feel like after so much pressure, joy and pressure, not only joy, not only pressure, I became a diamond, and I have my mission, and I'm very happy to do my work, working with women, with men, with people, and with love, and with open heart.
Thank you. An open heart is one of the most important things that we really need, especially in these times that we had all these events, unexpected events and developments with this pandemic, because people get very obsessed with the fear, and when we crystallize in fear, we close our heart and then we separate from the others. And it's very interesting that you brought in your description, in your introduction, you brought the water element, because in my opinion, the water is actually the element that is by definition specific or the most appropriate to describe the feminine energies. And the water represents emotions, fluidity, nurturing, and the quality itself of giving life, of giving us, when we are thirsty, pleasure also. And would you like to speak a little bit about how do you see this relationship or the work you are doing now as a medicine woman with all the other people in this group, international group or network? How do you see this relationship between the water work or how you connect with water and the energies of the feminine in general?
Yes, I'd like to speak first about our movement, the movement, this feminine movement. We are working with 5D, with sacred economy. We are working in mandala with sacred geometry. And we have the fourth element. And first element, when you must be invited of a woman from who is already in the air element, in the loom. We are talking about the loom. And when we are enter, we are fire, in fire element, and we are burning all our fears, and we are sitting in fire for 48 hours. And you feel so much energy, so hot, everything is hot, all the fears is up, and it's very, very warm, everything. It's very nice because it was incredible for me for the first time when I received the invitation from a woman that I love very much. And she asked me, and I gave her the sacred yes. And I was coming in the loom, and I was burning 48 hours. After that, I became air sister, and there we must embodiment the element air and do blowing to blow about the loom, about our movement, to help many other women to come here and take the medicina and to work with elements and to understand and remember how we are as a woman, as to remember the femininity, the true femininity, because I feel that in Romania, and I think all over the world, femininity was changed and was mixed with masculine and became feminism.
Feminism, yeah.
Yes, and I think we must remember the true femininity um, to heal the world, because we are the healers of the world, and we have nothing to prove, just to be.
Exactly.
With open heart. With I don't want to prove that I'm a woman. I am a woman, and that's all. And I'm living as a woman, and I'm living my femininity, and it's the greatest gift that I have. So in the loom, after embodiment, the air, you became earth element, and the earth are supporting everything. And after that, you became water woman. It's 1 water woman, 2 earth sisters, 4 air sisters, and 8 fire sisters. This is the loom. And it's very nice. And now I'm water woman. I have 2 earths, 4 airs, and our airs are making blowing to bring 8 sparkles to take fire medicine. And it's very nice. I feel a lot of warmth, a lot of love, because there are not how to say întrecere.
It's not a competition.
Yes, it's not a competition. There we are collaborate. We are working together. We are in togetherness, and it's wonderful.
It's a co-creation.
Yes, a co-creation,
Yes.
but a conscious co-creation.
Conscious one.
Is
Beautiful. Do you
beautiful.
accept more members? Maybe I can make a thought.
Yes, of course. I will make I will talk with my air sisters, and they can make sacred invitation, because the invitation always is doing in the ceremony, a special ceremony we are doing with open heart, with light, with preparing with mantras or dancing or something, and after that we are doing the ceremony, and we always ask women to feel the answer of the body, not to think about this, just feel it.
You feel it,
Yes, the sacred answer.
Yeah.
And I'm very honored to be part of this work.
Very interesting, because I'm also threading this medicine woman path. I actually just finished my first year of training. It's a 3 years training with 2 medicine women from Portugal. And it was a very intensive year with a lot of ups and downs and a lot of teachings and learnings, and moments when I was thinking I will give up because I have already too many things going on, and a lot of, bumps in the road, but then I could finish it and I felt quite proud for myself. While you are speaking about the fact that you have to feel, to really feel in the body, I very much agree with you, because we are so much into doing and thinking and overthinking nowadays that we just live our lives like in a kind of loop, and we are not able to get out of this pattern. But feeling with the body is actually, in my opinion, in my experience, important, because it's the way we can connect with our spiritual self. And as you said that you are a psychotherapist,
yes,
centered on the person, so you work with people individually and in groups, as you said. I would like to know a little bit more about how was your experience working with women, and how women, for example, in Romania, because each country also sometimes has some peculiarities or characteristics in the way women connect with themselves, with their bodies. How was your experience with the femininity or the feminine energies and the body manifested as a body, as a presence in the body, with women from Romania? Because I understand that you work also internationally, but as a psychotherapist, as a healer, you also have access a lot to women from Romania.
Yes, I'm working a lot with women from Romania, and what can I say is that I start from the point that the women that are coming in my office are mirroring me. Yes, and I'm looking at them with love and with understanding, and I accept them, and I discovered that this is a very great experience for them to be accepted as they are, and to I always start with remember them to breathe, because they are very anxious and forget to breathe, and when they are breathing, the miracle is happening, and the heart start to open, and we start to speak from heart to heart, and I remember to them the elders and the old women from their family, and I remember them to the caracteristici, cum se spune, scuză-mă?
The traits traits.
the traits of humanity.
Humanity, yeah.
Yes, and then they are. It's like something like they are shaking from the old patterns, and they are. We are in Romania. I think we forgot to be women. We start to be and to act like men.
Hmm.
We are warriors, but not warriors, fighters. Yes, because we are struggle to in Romania. A lot of families are patriarchal, and the man is the boss in the family. So now we are starting to change this thing to
Mm.
be more equal with man, with our husbands, with our partners. And I'm working with women to do this process and to start this process with love, with open heart, because women and men are have
Stars.
scars, have they need to heal,
Yeah.
and after that many changes are happening. I am working with women first in my office, one by one. After that, when I feel they are prepared, we are organizing groups and working with holotropic breath work. But I have my own method, because it's not only holotropic breath work. We are working. I'm not only. I have a partner which helped me, and we are together then in this work, and we are working together, and we are working with energy, with chakras, with and all these things was happening while I was in my processes. I didn't know that I have this capacity, these gifts to work with energy. But from the moment I start to make holotropic breath work for myself, this gifts was revealed. And in the moment I start to work with groups in holotropic breath work, I felt the need to work with energy in the same time with people, and the feedback was great from the people, from the women, from the men. I'm very happy to work with couples because it's very important for me for a woman to discover herself and to be a woman. It's like a paradox, but it's good to have a man, a good man, who want to develop, to understand himself, to be with woman.
Yeah. It's an exchange.
Yes, it's an
When
exchange.
the man discovers the masculinity and the femininity in himself, and the woman does the same, then the couple together has a different interaction and also a reflection of each other, of the energies.
Yes.
Very interesting that you mentioned your process and the fact that you discovered gifts of yourself that you can apply for other people to help other people, because it happened something very similar to me. I'm also working with energies, but I usually work with energies and with ancestors. You also mentioned the ancestor lineage in your sessions, but I'm using mainly family constellation. And while I was in my own process, I received gifts and insight about how I can get into deeper layers of this. So now I'm in the experimental phase, because more I do this work, it's more things are coming, and they are surprising for me, because it's somehow I need to ground myself in all these happenings and skills that I'm developing, to be sure that then other people can benefit fully. And now that you mention couples and the man, it's interesting to see also the men in being involved in the therapeutical process, so together with the partner, the woman in this case. And you said that you have 3 children and 2 are boys. I will make you a personal question. If you want to answer, you answer. If not, it's okay.
Yes, I'm very honored to answer.
But sometimes I like to do this because it creates a special occasion to speak about the things that sometimes might not be so usual. But as a mother, what you taught to your 2 boys about the feminine in themselves? Because as you said, there is masculine and feminine in each of us, independent of the gender we belong to.
Yes, they were growing in a patriarchal family. We had this way of living, and I was like I was sleeping in my life till I think I had 42 years old when I started to do holotropic breath work, because I felt processes in myself, and I was thinking that I'm crazy or what is happening. I must do something more, because I don't know, I will die from ill. I was thinking illness. I was thinking that I will make a cancer or something else, because it was very, very big pressure in my body and my soul and in my mind, because it wasn't fit my life with my needs. And from that moment, I was start to working with myself uh, a lot of many hours and a lot of in many ways and in a lot of methods. And from that moment, I understood about myself, because I was rejecting my femininity till then, without knowing that I'm doing, as the Romanian woman is doing. We think that we are women if um, we are going to the spa or doing things for our body to look good, but it's not only this. And when I discovered this, and I started the process of be friendly with myself, to be my friend, to be my mm, to love myself, to be with me, and I discovered the masculine within me. And for the first time, I was struggling with the masculine. After that, I was struggling with the feminine, till the moment they was harmonized in myself. And this process was happening with my children. They was looking at my process. They was our assist.
They assisted
Assisted at my process, and they were very sometimes upset, sometimes didn't know what to do, what to understand, didn't understand, because I was it was very powerful process. But I always been transparent, and I told them what is happening, what I have, what is my need, what I need to do to be. And this start processes in their in they in my
their life.
yes, in their lives. And this is the way they I think they are integrated the masculine and feminine within their body, and they are working now. Sometimes they are asking me things, sometimes they are want to breathe with me and to understand themselves, and I'm very happy for this. because they were changing a lot of things. You know, my second boy had autism elements in the childhood, and we are working a lot with love, with prayers, with love, and he changed. And from the moment I started to do holotropic breath work, it was like a whole family process.
Yeah.
It was very interesting because I felt that our life is changing. His life is changing. From that moment, his life was opening and things happening in his life better and better and better. Till that moment, he was very isolated and not very communicative. But after my holotropic breath work, he started to swim and became champion and became a little famous in our town and did a lot of things. And I was very happy, and I understood that it's about the energy of our family, and the energy was changed about because I was working, but it's not about me, Cristina. It's about one part of family is changing, and all the family and all the soartă, fate, the fate, all the fate was changing for all of us.
Yeah.
And from that moment, he started to change his life, and now he's a student at medicine. And yes, and what I want to say is that my boys integrated feminine and masculine without wanting or knowing that they are doing this. It was a process in togetherness.
Yes, a natural process.
A natural process, yes.
Beautiful. It's so interesting what you are telling, because I experienced a similar situation. My son is also diagnosed with autism, a highly functional type. And since I started to work with myself several years ago after he was born, because I didn't know he will be diagnosed when he was born, it came much later. But since I started to work with myself, and as he's very sensitive, he practically reads energies in myself and in an environment. He also improved in many ways. Of course, he has assistants, there are other people working with him. But my belief, and that's why I'm also keep working quite seriously with myself, is that with this energy work I'm doing, slowly his progress also will be more obvious, and probably later when he will grow a little bit more to understand better and to be able to follow me in some of these experiences and therapies, I think it will actually be a real good evolution, because I'm convinced that many of these disorders that many children, and there will be more children with these disorders in the future, have energetic cause, a traumatic event. Sometimes this event happens many generations before. We don't know. Things can be lost in time. But with our healing work in this generation or in the generation of our children, actually we get to heal not also the past lineage, but the future also. So it's like every piece of this puzzle, starting with our own family, with our own situation, it becomes part of a bigger puzzle. And this is actually one of the principles of this morphic field and of how energy is propagated, and we can work with them. So it's very interesting that you brought this part, because for me it's probably in the future will become one path for research. We need more research in this area if we want to see all these cases improved, if not completely healed, because I still believe that healing is something that is never impossible. It just depends on our all motivation.
Mhm.
And you also said that you have a daughter, and she is 14, so she's at puberty. I'm not sure if she already got her menstruation, but she's probably a menarche or soon to be a menarche. And she has a awakened mother working with all these beautiful energies. Did you already think about doing a rite of passage for her? Because it's a very important moment for her. She becomes or just became a woman. Did you consider this option, or are you considering it?
Um, I'm already doing this because she already have the menstrual,
Yeah.
and I was working with her. I was talking with her. We were working together, and she have a lot of gifts. She have a powerful energy,
Mm-hmm.
and she know this. And sometimes she asked me to work with her um, with our with the energy. She asked me to help her with the energy when she have um, dureri.
Pain when
Pain.
she has pain.
Yes, pain because of the menstrual.
Mhm.
And she knows that I'm something like medicine that she have always with her. And she called me if I'm not with her because I'm working in Tulcea and I'm working in Bucharest also.
Mhm.
And I'm 3-4 days in Tulcea, 3-4 days in Bucharest, and that's the way I'm living. And she's living in Tulcea. But we have very good connection, and she have very powerful energy, and you know, in human design, she's like me. I'm a generator manifestor, 4-6. She have the same design,
Mm.
very similar design, and um, I know she have a mission, but the mission will come at 50, in my life. But I feel her energies and her openness, and even if I'm not specific about what I'm doing with her, or I don't tell her, because sometimes she rejected this because she said, I don't want to go with you to make a fire. I don't. And she have other things to do, other options. But it's not a problem because I feel she's very connected with the earth, very connected with the earth. And now she have a lot of fire in her because this is the age. And but I'm working with her, and I feel all my 3 children, they have gifts, and
Mm.
I'm very happy, and I have the trust that in the proper moment they will manifest the gift.
Beautiful.
Yes,
Yeah. They have a gifted mother, so they should be gifted too.
this is yes, this is our co-creation.
Yeah. But this is amazing when you can use your energy, work, and experience to also support your children.
I learned to have passion and to understand that if something is not manifesting in this moment, it doesn't mean that will never manifest.
Exactly.
Yes,
Everything has a specific time and
yes,
moment.
yes, and I'm not hurry, and
Yeah.
I'm very open to all the life
Will bring.
will bring to us.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to tell you that we are at our last question, and then I will make you a small present for your participation in this series. So, my last question, you mentioned human design. So, let's ask something about human design, because you said that you are a generator manifester. I'm also a generator. What are, in your opinion, from your experience and connection with the system, the challenges for a woman to be what you are, a generator manifester, because you generate energy, but you also manifest something. What are the challenges, but what are the, let's call them skills or gifts that make you unique or that you feel that it's something that it somehow represents also your power, your authority, let's call it like that.
Mhm. Human design was very important for me and is very important for me. I discovered from 2 years. I
Mm-hmm.
was working with Christo Baltazar from Norway,
Mm-hmm.
and we were together on workshops, and I called him, and I was inviting him in Tulsa to work together and to have his workshops about human design. And I was the translator, even if my English is not very good, but it's okay. We're working together.
Yes.
And in this way, I was working with human design, and I was understood a lot of things about human design, about my design. And I have 4-6, and 6 is the role model, and we bring our mission in power at 50, and we in that moment we are finishing the relationship with our past. And when I received this message, when Christo told me about this, I didn't believe him. I said, no, it's impossible. But in 2 years, everything was possible, and everything was happening.
Mm.
And as a generator manifestor, I have the privilege to have a heart. My heart is defined, and I have the shaman heart or the priestess heart. And this is a very great privilege because I have the power to I understood that I have this power because for the first time I didn't believe, but the power to transform the people, very easy to bring them information, not even if I speak, the energy, my energy is transforming their energy, and it's like an imprint in DNA, and
Mm.
it's very interesting what is happening. And as a psychotherapist, I understood how what a privilege is and how easy it is for me to understand the people, the clients, when I'm working. As a manifestor, generator manifestor, I can manifest many things. I always organize workshops, evening with meditations, workshops in the weekend with holotropic breath work. I understood why I'm always in doing things. I want to do things, and I understood that I have gifts, and I have the power to manifesting my gifts, and that the human design and the information from my design helped me to, as a woman, to manifest, to and to be in my strategy, in my authority, and to listen my body, and to understood to listen and to receive the answer from my sacral center,
Mm-hmm.
and to speak with my sacral center, to understand when something is happening there, and to understand when is yes, when is no,
And
because we have this ability, the ability to feel the answer in the present moment to
yeah,
something.
and the sacral represents the womb, and this is
Yes,
a very powerful center
yes,
for us if we can connect with that and understand what's there and
yes,
answer to it, to the energy. Anything can be possible.
yes. And it was very important to understand who I am and who I am not,
Hmm.
and making the difference between my design from human design and who I was thinking that I am.
Mm-hmm.
I understood what is not myself. It wasn't. It was just conditioning.
Yeah,
and I could um, let in the past some of my conditioning, and to understand when I'm manifesting my gifts, and when I'm listen to myself um, very clear, I have a lot of power, and human design is great as an instrument.
Yeah. I also connected a little bit. I'm not so much into it. I didn't study, but from the graphs I saw and I read a little bit about it, it's very interesting. And I think every person can access it. It's even online. A lot of materials are present online. Thank you so much. It was a very interesting interview. Before we end the interview, I have a deck here. It's called
Thank you
Keys
very
to
much.
the Universe. Do you know it?
No, but I will do.
There are many cards, but as you mentioned at the beginning that you work in 5D in this medicine women group, or yeah, it's a kind of group, international group.
Yes.
These cards actually have a lot of messages about other dimensions, because they tell you in this moment of your life how you can access the higher energies that are, of course, starting with the chakra of the heart, that is the fourth, up to the seventh or ninth or whatever other dimensions, because we don't know yet how many there are. For many people speak about ninth dimension, but I suppose there are more than this, and we don't know yet about them. We still are in between the third and the fifth, struggling to get a little bit higher with all these downloads and changes around us. And
Yes.
I think if we manage to get to the fifth, we are already very happy somehow, because many people are still very much stuck into the 3D and conditioned by it.
Yes.
So I'm shuffling the cards from this deck called the Keys to the Universe, and then I will cut and see what is a card with a message for you. So I will read the card, and this will be a small gift for Cristina Alexandra, our
Oh,
interviewer, interviewee, I think it's called. Let's see what is the card. Okay, so you got the card 36. It's the
nice.
Deva Kingdom, and I will read it. Devas work with the blueprint of creation. Ninth dimensional ones are visionaries working with Pan and Archangel Burialil on the cosmic blueprint. No, Butialil, sorry, Archangel Butialil. Eighth dimensional devas teach about the visions and also pour love into them. Seven dimensional angelic devas take the visions and bring them to fruition. Reptiles step down through Neptune, bringing with them the wisdom of Lemuria and Atlantis. They still maintain their original divine blueprint and are in tune with it. They feel the heartbeat of Earth and are in touch with Hollow Earth, radiating this wisdom wherever they are. I'm not sure if you have any, or if you're attracted to reptiles or anything that is a reptile, because it's interesting. They say that they have something to do with the ancient civilization of Lemuria and Atlantis, so it's quite probable that you also have some connection with them.
I had visions about this, and
Yeah,
in my group in Tulcha,
yeah.
everybody tell me Pachamama.
There
I'm
is a,
Pachamama from Tulcha, so
yeah. There is a guidance here that says, surround yourself with gold light. Focus on the sounds of the golden qualities and breathe them up to a higher level. So maybe with your holotropic breathing, you can bring in and ground this golden light, because this is very high frequency. Action. Call on devas to show you a vision. Fill it with love and help you manifest it. And the key to access the universe is discover your original divine blueprint. Then I can send you the image, so you have
yes,
the message also.
thank you very
But
much.
I think you are already quite aware of your divine blueprint, and you just are working now to help other people to discover this blueprint, which is an amazing work. And I wish you a lot of prosperity and good fortune on this path. It's not an easy path, I know it, but
Yeah.
it can be quite rewarding because it's actually contributing to the evolution of humankind on a spiritual level. And this means not only the body, it's the mind, the heart, and everything else around
Yes.
who we are as
I'm
humans.
very honored and I thank you very much. I'm very grateful for your life, for your work, and
Thank
for
you.
this invitation and for
Thank
this
you so
event.
much. You are my first guest from Romania, and actually
Oh,
for
nice.
me this is
Thank you very much.
very important because I just came back from holidays that I spent 1 month in Romania in all these times of crisis. And before coming, it was getting really worse than before. And still, I am confident that things can get better also there and for the people living there. So yeah, it's a very special connection. We speak after this more about
Yes, thank you very, very much. I love you. I
and
appreciate you. And
enjoy your evening. And for our sister who will hear us, soon will be available on different channels. And I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Bye
I
bye.
love you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.